Hey guys, what's up? It's Darkman here and welcome back to another 2-minute tank guide for the Battle of Desara Lore, LFR Normal and Heroic. Today we're doing Jaina Proudmoore, the last boss, and there's no way I'm getting it done in 2 minutes, so I'm going to be thorough, I'm going to take my time, and hopefully I'm going to explain this clearly to you. So the biggest core components of this fight is chilling touch stacks. Throughout the course of the encounter, you're going to be building stacks of chilling touch. If you reach 20 stacks of chilling touch, you get frozen. By standing in fire, you reduce your stacks of chilling touch, making you not get frozen. That's the core component to this whole fight. Now, phase 1, 2 tank fight, you're going to tank Jaina where she is at the start on the ship. Tank swap roughly around 10 stacks of chilling touch, unless you can drop stacks via the fire patches near melee. If you can do this, then you're just going to be tank swapping when the current tank gets avalanche. When you get avalanche, taunt swap, and as the tank with avalanche, make sure you run away from the raid. You're going to be dropping pools of ice that follow you around. You can run this over the fire to clear some of the fire patches up, which is great if melee's been heavily saturated in fire. However, make sure you leave some of the fire patches up so people have the ability to drop their chilling touch stacks down. Jaina will also cast a Ring of Ice. This is a large 30-yard radius ability. You need to run away from this and you need to get into a fire patch just before the Ring of Ice cast goes off, so you're instantly broken out of that snare. That is pretty much it for tank responsibility in phase 1. Once Jaina hits 60%, she's moving into her first intermission. Where in the world is Jaina San Diego? Now you need to run off through the ocean of ice and you need to come out into this next encounter area. Dodge the whirlwinds, dodge all the ice orbs that are going around. Really important as you run through the first little corridor out into the next open encounter area, you drop a marker on that little passageway, and you can see on the video here. This is important for later and I'll explain it in a little bit. Phase 2, always tank Jaina facing away as she has a frontal frost cone ability. There are unexploded barrels around this encounter area that you are going to use to drop your chilling touch stacks. The raid will get targeted with bombardment, they'll run them over the barrels, you'll then damage them, and then they'll start pumping out warmth for a period of time. You need to move Jaina over near this so your raid can continue to drop their chilling touch stacks, so you can drop your chilling touch stacks and continue to DPS Jaina. Just move out before the barrel explodes. Now, current tanks on occasion will actually get frozen in between barrels due to not being able to drop chilling touch stacks, and that is fine. Just let the stacks build up to 20. Once the current tank gets frozen, have your DPS break them out quickly and cleave on Jaina. The main thing is that you're just not both getting frozen at the same time. You need to move away from the raid if you're ever targeted with Siegebreaker Blast and quickly move out of Glacial Ray. It's a large sort of whirling blue beam that then leaves an ice on the ground. You don't want to stand in it. You will still be getting targeted with avalanche through this phase. Just make sure you are running that out. You'll be leaving large patches of ice on the ground that will apply chilling touch if you run through them. Just be aware of where you're putting this as well. At around 30%, the next intermission is going to start. And remember that marker I had you place as you ran through into this encounter area? About 35% health on Jaina. Start moving her over to that marker. And the reason being is when you hit the next intermission mark, a large ice wall is going to spawn and ice is going to start creeping up on you. If the ice hits you, you all get frozen. By being at this marker as soon as the intermission triggers, you can switch straight to the ice wall and get maximum uptime on the ice wall. Now, some groups will need to use hero to break this down. Do whatever obviously your group needs to do. You're going to kill the ice wall and you're going to run down this little corridor. At the end, you'll find a frozen Nathanos and a frozen water elemental. You're going to break Nathanos out and kill that first, and then you're going to start on the water elemental and start kiting it back towards Jaina. On heroic, it is going to be casting water bolt volleys. Make sure you're interrupting them. On normal at the moment, it seems to only be happening on normal. It'll be casting a frost nova as well. Try and move away from this to avoid getting frozen if you can, but just kite it back to Jaina. Once you get back to Jaina, interrupt her and phase 3 begins. Now, phase 3 ends at 5.5% as well, so just know you don't need to get her down to 0. Phase 3 is where things get really tricky from a raid perspective. As the tank, you just do exactly the same thing that you have been doing. You get avalanche, run away. Keep Jaina facing away from the raid. Don't stand in the bad stuff, and that's pretty much it. Now, on normal, your group, when they get back to Jaina and interrupt her, is going to hero. Jaina is going to instantly ice block. You're not going to have blown any CDs. Once she comes out of the ice block, you're going to blow all your CDs, and you're going to kill Jaina before your raid gets frozen. That is the general normal strat. On Heroic, what you'll be generally doing from what I've seen is have your AoE DPS sorted into 1 or 2 groups. So your Demon Hunters, your Ret Paladins, your Warriors, your big cleave classes with 1 or 2 healers will be sorted into a group. And this group will be avoiding getting stacks of Chilling Touch. The rest of your raid, however, will be trying to get frozen as quickly as possible. On Heroic, Jaina in Phase 3 will send out a Frozen Orb. You'll be standing in the Frozen Orb. After the Glacial Ray, you'll be standing in the big Path of Ice and you'll be trying to get frozen. When the raid gets frozen, the AoE group is going to bust them out. From this, you'll have split enough people out from being frozen, you'll be able to kill Jaina. So what happens is the raid gets frozen, your hero, the Mega Cleave group will pretty much I-beam, Blade Storm, just break the shit out of the raid that's frozen before any ice shards fuck people up. The raid can then use their CDs to kill Jaina before being frozen again. You make sure your cleave group is close into the boss, so when they get frozen, you can break them out without losing any uptime on Jaina, and that is pretty much it. So from a tank perspective, it's relatively simple. It just gets quite complex from a raid mechanic perspective when you get to Phase 3. So hopefully I've nailed it all for you there, guys. If you've got any questions, please hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much for your support through this series, and I'll see you all next time. See you, fam.